Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the difference between the Gen 4 Glock 21 and the Gen 5 Glock 21. First we'll start on the outside and we'll take a look at the aesthetic differences and what they've done to improve the ergonomics on the Gen 5 over the Gen 4. You'll see on one of the biggest things that stands out is the Gen 5 has front serrations to aid in cocking and racking the slide. The front of the barrel is tapered now to aid with holstering. You see there it's more rounded off on the Gen 5, with the Gen 5's over here on the right. They've also done away with the finger grooves on the Gen 5 as opposed to the Gen 4. The Gen 5 has a tapered mag well here to aid with a mag insertion. And the Gen 5 also has a slide catch on the left and the right side, and that really helps left-handed shooters out like myself quite a bit. And you also notice that the Gen 4 had 2 pins here in the frame. The Gen 5 only has 1. This also comes with the back straps, as the other full-size Glocks have. It came with a medium and a large beaver tail back strap. And you also notice that the Gen 5 21, they're now all MOS, so they have the optic plate and optic cut on it. And instead of having the 4 plates like the Gen 5 had, when I bought my 19 it had 4 plates, this only has 1 plate, and it's for the RMR and the Trigicon. But you can still buy the other plates for whatever optic you want to get on there. First thing I noticed on the Gen 5 on the inside here was because on my Gen 4 I was running this NDZ 23-pound recoil spring on it, and it really seemed to help with the recoil, and seemed like it lightened up the recoil impulse some. And I was going to try to put my Gen 5, got dust everywhere, man. I was going to put my Gen 4 recoil assembly in my Gen 5, but it will not fit, because you'll see that the recoil spring on the Gen 5 is longer than the Gen 4. And you'll see here that the firing pin safety is on the Gen 4 is rounded. The Gen 5 is now squared off like the Gen 5 9mm are and 40s. If you look at the barrel differences here, the Gen 5 is set back a little bit farther for the lug where you put your recoil spring in at. The back of the barrel looks very similar. The front, there's a difference though. You can see here that they put the muzzle crown on this had a slight taper right there, where this one is more of a bevel on the end there. I don't know how well that's going to pick that up, but they did change the muzzle crown just a little bit. And it looks like the rifling is different in the Gen 5 as opposed to the Gen 4. On the inside of the gun here, you'll notice the difference. The locking block on the Gen 5 is different than the Gen 4. I don't know how to get a better picture of it there. Now this has a different cut up here. The components in the rear look very similar. There's slight differences though. You can see that it's got an exposed spring. That one's covered up. This has a ledge on the rear, on the front there. That one is flat. It's extremely dirty. This gun's got a couple hundred rounds through it since I've cleaned it last. Now if anybody does ask, yes, my Gen 4 does have aftermarket sights. I have the TrueGlow Tritium Pro sights on it. This still has factory sights. I need to get sights for this yet. But before my GoPro dies again, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Like I say, we'll go out and we'll shoot the Gen 5 today, and we'll see how well it shoots compared to the Gen 4 with the factory recoil spring. See if the recoil impulse is any better on the Gen 5. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and let's take back our Second Amendment.